All right. 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 Okay. So a lot of you are wondering what really happened with George Floyd. Because, yes, people did film it, but they only saw what they wanted to. It's, well, it's not exactly like that. It's what they were there for. It's what they didn't see is what really matters, because it's what the rest of the world didn't see because somebody didn't film it. So, camera footage shows, and New York Times, I believe, did a video about what happened and what actually went on and what people aren't seeing. So people have like horse blinders on. They see what they want to see and they don't look at the bigger picture. They don't look at what really happened. So what really happened was George Floyd used a counterfeit $20 bill, I think it was, to buy cigarettes at a shop of some sort. Also, here's my cat. Okay, and so when the owners or coworkers or whatever, these two people came out and confronted him and said, hey, you can't do that. You got to actually go and buy them. That dollar was known. So they called the cops. The cops came down. They were across the street from the store. And keep in mind, George Floyd was under the influence of drugs and alcohol. So he wasn't thinking clearly, and so he was resisting arrest and resisting to cooperate with the police. So when in doing that, the police officer yanked him out of the car because he was like, I ain't going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to do it and it's fine. And so he yanked him out of the car, and after that he cooperated. They got George Floyd in handcuffs. They told him to sit against the wall. He did. So now he's sitting on the floor. More people are coming, and that's just it. And then they walked him across the street to the first police car to go get him in. But he said he was claustrophobic and didn't want to get in the police car. I mean, when you do something bad, you gotta get in the police car. It's like how it works. But he was like, no, I'm claustrophobic. I don't want to. And they were trying to get him in there, and he was resisting. So these officers that arrested him and knelt on his neck until he couldn't breathe and was unconscious for 8 minutes actually had a bad reputation. So that's just how it goes. I'm sorry. She always gets cat hair in my nose. It's like, I kind of just, anyway. So, yeah. They kind of just, yeah. So, they didn't know what to do, so he was on the ground, and 3 police officers were on him, and then the other one was like, okay, get off. Like even he was like, okay, get off. But people are in other states and even other countries and like blaming the police like this is your fault. Don't do that, because it's not their fault. You're in a whole other country or a whole other state or city or whatever. It was just that one that wouldn't get off of him. We are unsure whether the other 3 were still on him, but just blame them, not anybody else. Not anybody else. Like, you guys didn't have to go and loot and burn down a Target and a mall and like all these other things. And people are getting mad because they're blocking freeways, blocking roads and everything. People have to go to work to get food for you people. Like, what are you doing? I mean, there's such thing as peaceful protesting. You just stand on the sidewalk where you're supposed to be as a person, as a pedestrian, and you just sit there with your sign saying, hey, don't do that. But so people are actually getting run over and like killed and stuff, and like getting sucked under cars because they stand in front of I mean, didn't your parents ever tell you, don't play in the street? Don't play in the street. That's where cars belong. The sidewalk is where pedestrians belong. Just like go to parks or like a field and go somewhere with a lot of room and like march around in circles or something. But don't stand in the middle of the road. People have to go to work, they have jobs, they have to make money for their families and you. Because like if you're blocking a farmer, then I mean like you're basically blocking your hunger. Like they're the people that feed and provide. Thank you, farmers and people that are essential workers. Y'all are doing great. But if I was driving a tractor and there was a whole bunch of people blocking the freeway or blocking the streets or whatever, I hope that I have a lot of dirt in that scoop, because it's going all over somebody. It's going all over somebody. Like, I'm going to just dump it. I'm just going to dump it. That's going to be it. That's just going to be it. I'm just dumping it. And then, but I also understand. Wait, I'm not finished yet. Okay, backtrack. Anyway, so this is really hard. Anyway, so people get upset if a white cop intervenes with a black man because it's racism and police brutality, which it is, but not exactly racism. They just do their job. It doesn't matter on the color. Like, black people get arrested by black people, and white people get arrested by white people, and black people get arrested by white people, and white people get arrested by black people. I mean, it's all around. It's only racist if you make it racist. They're just doing their job. Like, not all black people are bad. It's just how you see it. I have a friend that's mixed, and he's pretty chill. He's pretty lit. And he's not like in any gangs or anything. But, okay, so second topic, side B, is that, I mean, I know people want their voices heard because they've been doing this, like, probably before even Martin Luther King Jr. But even Martin Luther King Jr. said violence isn't the answer. Don't go down that road. And he's right. I mean, like, look what you guys are doing. I mean, people are looting and destroying people's, like, little shops. Like, I mean, Target is, like, a multi-billion company. Multi-billion-dollar company. And they could just build another one, honestly. I mean, like, they could just build another one. They could just build another Target. They'd be like, yeah, super Target time. But, like, the little shops that people had worked their lives off for, like, they had worked so hard. Y'all are just destroying them. I mean, what if somebody, like, what if you had a big fortune that you had worked so hard to get your whole life, and people just threw all the money in a fire? How would you feel? Like, you wouldn't feel very good. And, like, blocking the highways and the streets, I mean, like I said, just go to a park or, like, a field or an open area and just peaceful protest. Stand there with your sign and be like, yep, don't do that. I mean, I understand that you guys want your voices heard because it's happened for a long time, but it doesn't have to go this far. Like, calm down. I mean, you still live in the city, right? Like, you are still living there. The places you're burning down are your shopping centers. They're what provide you food and clothes and whatever else, and your accessories and stuff. I mean, if anybody goes after, like, a pet shelter, I'm gonna have to personally kill somebody myself, because, like, animals are like, I love them so much. Like, my cat over there, she's eating right now. But my cat over there, oh my gosh, she's my baby. I love her so much. And she's so little. She's not little anymore. She used to fit in my hands. Now she doesn't do that. I mean, she fits in my arms. She's kind of big now. But anyway, so yeah, just chill out with, like, the whole looting thing. And don't go over the top with something you don't know about. I've personally done a lot of research on the George Floyd case, and I know what actually happened. But people are like, oh no, all police are evil, police brutality, racism. I mean, yeah, police brutality is against the law, but I mean, like, it happens all the time, and just a police officer gets arrested. But when it's a white cop attacking a black guy, all of a sudden it's racism. I mean, you gotta see the world as one color. We're all the same. We all bleed red. I mean, unless you're a weirdo and you bleed blue or something. I mean, if your blood is black, that's not good. Like, see a doctor, alright? Like, if your blood color is anything other than white or red, go to a doctor. Like, that's not healthy. Anyway, so, yeah, just don't be stupid.